Whoa! Thank you for buying some tarot from us for the boat. We're going to do a 6-card spread. So here we go. We've got the Hermit first for the boat. Hermits obviously relate to isolation. I mean, it doesn't take a psychic to say, the boat is stuck. The boat is on its own. There are helpers. There are certainly well-meaning individuals looking to free the boat. Once a boat starts turning, it is very hard to correct course. That's the same for all of us. It can be really difficult to navigate through the canals of our own life. Perhaps it's a period of introspection for you. It's a time to find answers. This first card, of course, in the 6 cards spread represents how you feel about yourself. The canal boat is having a time of it right now. That's what the spirits are telling me. It's having a time of it right now. So this next one we've got is the Chariot. So this second card represents what you want most right now. Yeah, I agree. I think we can all be stuck in our own canal at times, can't we? When you think about it, it's we are kind of all on our own journey, and it's really just for the grace of Goddess Gaia that we that we're not being endlessly discussed by the media circus for our loss. We have time to really have that moment of introspection without all these eyes on us. Yeah, chariots are just like boats. It represents success. A chariot carries the things that we have, and these aren't always material possessions. These can be strengths. Chariot generally relates to work. A chariot is a work vehicle. It's a source of income. It's a source of hope. I think there's something optimistic about a chariot. Once you've got a chariot, you're sorted out. That you're basically in recession. The first forklifts, the first canal boats, when you think about it. So what the Chariot is saying about what you want most is you're searching for success, because a chariot not only carries things, but it has a destination. You're not successful once you've got the load onto the chariot and you start going to where you're going. You need to make the delivery in order to really feel successful, whatever success means to you. So what you want most right now, I would say, is probably to not be stuck in the canal. Let's go into our next card. Card 3 represents fears. So let's tuck this away. Our next card is the Tower. Thank you. Yeah, wasn't this work? I told you that the readings you get for spending real life money, you can really trust that I'm not just grasping at straws here. The Tower is about sudden changes, disruption to your life, about a sense of insecurity. A tower can be a fortress, but a tower can also be a prison. We think of the famous towers in history. We think Rapunzel, the Man in the Iron Mask, right? Tower of London, that's a dungeon. The tower speaks to our subconscious, as all fears do. Fears are deeply rooted in experiences, really, whether we can point to these experiences directly or not. Tower is about being trapped. It's the difference between being cozy and being claustrophobic sometimes. There's a very fine line. Yeah, obviously we were psychically linked. Everyone on Cable 2 is psychically linked in some way. I'm adding extra elements. I feel like we were already a cult. You're absolutely right. However, we now have a more mystical aspect to it. We're talking about the afterlife. We're talking about spirits. This is the next step. I'm getting you to spend money on a reading, on making sure that you're not a suppressive person. We're talking about the fears.
www.com.
I know, I haven't done with the reading. I'm not done with the reading, don't worry, I'm not.
www.
It's only a scam.
.com. www.com.
There you go. No, it's not a scam. It's not a scam. It's not a scam. It's not a scam. Spend your money. Look, 200 bits. What is that? That's like it's a couple of bucks. It's buys a coffee. How can it be a scam? Yeah, it's a measly $200. What is that? What is that? That's like that's a can of Coke nowadays, right? Let's go on to our next card, shall we? Let's go on to card 4, which is what is going on for you. Strength. Okay? Strength. You have an incredibly brave heart. There's a strength of perseverance. There's a strength of willingness to continue. You're not giving up. Ever given up? No, you haven't. You're going through a test, much like Job before you. You're being tested. You're being asked a question. All of us, every day, we're being asked a question. You have to continue being brave. You have to stay confident. You have to stay with a belief that you will get through this. I know everyone's talking about you now. I know everyone seems like they're laughing at you. It feels like you're the butt of the joke. You're the butt of the joke, and that's okay. It might not be your day, your week, or even your year, but I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. Let's go to card 5, which is what's going on against you. And this might seem like an obvious answer, but one thing we've learned is that there are no obvious answers, really. There's nothing is ever quite as it seems. That is justice. Yeah, things aren't going your way. We can agree with that. We all know that. You're a victim in this. Although you got yourself into this mess, you did. But the way you're being treated, the jokes that are being made at your expense, and the way you're being treated as a villain, basically, rather than a victim, which I know you to be. You are hurting more than anyone. Sure, the global markets are being cost billions of dollars. Yeah, exactly. Some idiom about turning a boat. You can't turn a boat with a. You need to look out for yourself. You need to really take care of who you're listening to. There's a lot of voices coming in all over the place right now. Everybody wants to have their say. Suddenly everybody's a canal boat driver, right? Everybody's a pilot. Everybody knows better than you about how to navigate the canal. I have a lot of therapy. I love therapy, and one of the things I've learned over the past few years of having therapy is that it's all right to be a little selfish, because as we've established, I am a pure and good and giving person. I've never thought about myself ever, not even once, and that can be a problem. And sometimes you're allowed to be selfish. You're allowed to be motivated by your own self-interest. You're allowed to act in the case of self-preservation. Now, this card is obviously the one that you're going to be wanting to pay attention to, because card 6 represents the likely outcome. I will figure out a slightly more automated way of doing it. For now, this is as good as it gets. Look, it's hard. It's a hard job. Look, and you think I'm faking it, don't you? No, right here. The world is watching. Yeah, I mean, the world is obviously heavily connected to this event, and the likely outcome is the idea. So, what does it mean for the world to be a likely outcome? Well, a positive outcome is near at hand. The success that we talked about earlier is going to come to you. There will be a solution. You're not going to be stuck in the canal forever, and it is imminent. Your freedom is imminent. You can have all your hard work, all your efforts will be rewarded. Okay, it's the world is about coming together. It's a culmination. Now, what you do with the success, what the success means to you, again, is for you. Success means different things to different people. For you, I would imagine, both, that it is about getting out of the canal. That is probably, I'm feeling like that is, yeah, what a relief. I'm getting, over the course of this reading, the fact that Drazen might be involved in this boat being stuck. Yeah, the boat is full of crystals. Although I try and stay disconnected from my clients, I am also expecting a shipment. Oh, the world does? You relate to the world? Yeah. It's weird, because although I'm doing this reading for the boat, I am picking up. I'm an energy reader. I have a sort of clairsentience that is picking up on your energy. It picks up on energies. I'm constantly doing these vibe checks without even wanting to. And I was getting the idea. This thought kept coming into my head. This almost fully completed sentence. There's just a few little gaps in there, but there's a really strong connection between you and the world. You will be seeing the end of a journey, which for a boat is naturally something that you spend a lot of time thinking about, worrying about, trying to accomplish. You will be freed soon. You will be freed very soon, and this result will be one that you are happy with. It might not be the one that you expected, but it will be one you're happy with. That could mean that you are able to shift out of place and carry on with your journey. It could mean that your hull is lined with plastic explosives and you're blown to smithereens, therefore freeing up the channel in that way. It could be a lot of things, but one way or the other, you will have a conclusion. Sometimes that's all we can ask for. Oh well, yeah. It's the two O's, as I like to call it, the two O's of the tarot world. Oh no and oh well. We're coming up to the end of this mic hour, but feel free to ask a question. Up dog? What's up dog? No!